I'm doing a Dear Black People series from a Latino because there's a lot of quiet stuff that needs to be said out loud about Latinos concerning blackness. So I'm gonna break this up into different little parts, but just to keep it short. But the most important thing that I need black people to understand is that the level of retardation that Latinos have going on in their own community definitely outmatches yours in the way that, yes, Latino culture is racist by nature. And so it's not just a racism thing against you, it's a racism against ourselves. And we do ourselves worse than we do y'all. It's like this. I want you to imagine that in your community, light skins actually made an actual effort to keep dark skins down on purpose.
Hi guys, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. I am Michelle, and if you're watching me for the first time, kindly don't forget to subscribe. So guys, in today's clip we are going to talk about Latinos and what they believe about black people, what they were raised to know about black people, and how they treat black people. These people are coming out and telling us more on what they grew up knowing and what they are now coming out to find out when it's too late. And many of them are coming from the Latino people, and they feel like they have not been doing well, even though they were raised in such an environment. They have really been making mistakes, and they are coming out and telling us what they really did, and they are trying to educate us on more about the Latinos and what these people think about the black. So guys, let me not talk too much. Let's watch the video and come back for more. And don't forget to leave your opinions on the comment section below.
So this statement bothers me for like several reasons. If we do that to anybody, black people are considered racist and prejudiced. This is what really bugs me about America. It's like everybody can do unto black people, but if we do unto anybody else, we're always classified as the faces of hate. This bugs me. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that you have to set aside a portion of witchcraft to bother people is crazy. That means like I said, it's a deep-rooted hate. My skin is darker than yours. And this is what I classify as a sign of unintelligence. If a skin color bothers you, you are highly unintelligent. Because if a person needs my help, I don't give a fuck what color they are. If they bleeding, I got a first aid kit, I'm gonna do that. You know what I mean? If they're like need pulling up because they fell and they trying to get back up from somewhere, yo, come on. Because to me, that's the godly thing to do. Now, when you conduct yourself ungodly, how is this behavior justified? I don't know. I'll talk to y'all niggas later.
I now feel for the black community because I know what it feels like to be racially profiled. I didn't know it before, and I thought it was a little bit of a reach, but now I totally get it. That's what a man came out on here and said. And this is why we should believe victims. This is why we should believe people's stories. This is why we should have empathy. And this is why we should be able to put ourselves in other people's shoes. Because you thought it was a reach. That's what he said. He thought it was a reach when the black community said that they were being racially profiled and they were getting stopped for no reason. And like, it probably wasn't that serious. But now that Latinos are getting racially profiled, now he gets it. This is why empathy is so important, because you never know when the tables turn. And no, it shouldn't be transactional. It really shouldn't. You should believe people because you should think. You should be able to think outside yourself and be like, if that was me, I would hate that. I don't have to be black to realize that freaking sucks. That what they go through, what they've experienced, sounds painful. That I can't even imagine the years of frustration and honestly, just freaking frustration and anger that they must feel. But guess what? Now Latinos get it. Now. And that is why we are in the situation that we are. Because people don't feel for others until it happens to them.
Us as Latinos, I've noticed that we're willing to accept white people in our family, but not black people. Most of the time, we prefer white people over black people. Really, any other nation more than a black person. What I mean is, a mother's daughter has a white boyfriend, they would happily welcome him more than if she had a black boyfriend. Most of the time, there's a stereotype within the Hispanic household about black people, right? That they're criminals, they're gang members, they're violent, they're someone you should fear. When really, we should look at white people that way, because white people are the ones who actually are harming us right now. Yes, they're Hispanics who are in those ICE trucks, ICE vans, but they have been put in place by the oppressor. The same people who descend from the people who took your land, put your forefathers in slave ships, stole your identity, gave you the terms Latino, Hispanic. The people who descend from those people, they're oppressing you today. And their forefathers oppressed your forefathers back in the day. So what is my point? We need to deny any nation but our own. As Black, Latinos, and Natives, we are the same people. We should unite, we should come together, and we should marry one another. If your daughter wants to get with a so-called African American, of course, you want to make sure that he's a good fit. You should allow that. If your son wants to get with an African American sister, make sure she is fit and allow that. And same thing for so-called black people. Same thing for your daughters and your sons who want to get with natives or so-called Hispanic. You should allow that, because that's going to make us unite. That's going to make us stronger. And people might say, well, black people hate Hispanics. Hispanics hate black people. Listen, the reason why we are hurting each other is because we're oppressed by the same person who's causing stress, who's causing chaos, who's causing poverty in our lives. And when we are going through stress and anger, we get violent. And who are we going to get violent with? The people who live among us. We live amongst each other. You understand? But the people who we should really be upset with, and who we should point the finger at, is our oppressor. And we should never point the finger at each other. We should come together, resolve our problems, get over grudges, get over division amongst each other, and really come together as a community, get off of drugs, go against drugs, go against drug dealers, go against our daughters being whores and prostitutes and sleeping around, and really lock in and build as a community where men can be men, women can be women, and we'll rise to the top. And that's what the Most High, our God, wants for us. He wants us to get right, to fix ourselves, to cleanse ourselves. This is from the ISUPK and the Commander General Hana. This is what we teach. This is what we promote, because this is what the Bible teaches. You understand? If you want to learn more, go to isupk.com. Find a school near you. Shalom.
I remember when I first discovered what black was, and then people kept calling people black. I remember like black, oh he's black, oh she's black. I'm like, black? They're not black, they're brown. They're dark brown. That don't make no sense. Hear my family be like, oh, don't go out with somebody that's dark skinned, que no salga con un negro. Arregla la raza.
We've been colonized so poorly that we want to identify with being white so much.
En el trabajo que me enteré que a mi espalda se expresaba de mí como mona, la mona. ¿Sabes qué es lo más triste? Que ella era una latina.
I know I always stress to my family whenever they say something like, they'll be like, Julissa, tú y eso moreno. And I'm like, we are the moreno.
Dark skin is beautiful and it has melanin in it, and it's most people are trying to look like you. They're going to get their hair curled, they're going to get tans, they're getting injections in their butts and in their lips. They want to look like you. So don't hate you, because everybody wants to look like you.
Show me the smart child. Okay, why is she the smart child?
Because she looks like me.
Okay. Show me the mean child. Okay, why is she the mean child?
Because she's way darker.
Okay. Show me the good child. Why is she the good child?
Because I think she looks like me.
Okay. Show me the bad child. Why is she the bad child?
Because she's a lot darker.
Show me the ugly child. Why is she the ugly child?
Because she's like, a lot.
Can we just talk about the anti-Blackness that exists in the Latino community? Because it's a real thing. And it is only further perpetuating the division between our two communities and contributing to the overall oppression of our two communities. And I know there's going to be some people out there that's like, that's not even a thing. That's not a real issue. But it is. I grew up hearing freaking racist remarks made towards Black people. And I heard it often. And I know so many other people did. And not only is it about anti-Blackness, it's also about internalized racism that some Latinos, including myself when I was a child, felt the need to be white because I saw white people being treated better. And in my mind, I'm like, well, if I'm white, or if I consider myself white, or if I tell people that I'm white, then I am going to be treated better. I didn't understand as a child why I even felt that, but we are socialized as a society to want that unless you break out of the freaking matrix and you realize, oh my gosh, we're all being oppressed by the same freaking systems. So for us to have division and for there to be anti-Blackness in our community is not helping anyone. One, it's just wrong. But two, it's only further perpetuating the oppression that already exists in our freaking society. So there's that part. And then there's this whole dismissal of Afro-Latinos because Afro-Latinos exist. Yet sometimes are classified as not Latino when in reality they are Latinos. Afro-Latinos. And then there's this whole freaking connection to where we find ourselves in American history, okay? And the fact that many people, many Latinos, Latino men in particular, did not want to vote for a black and Asian, but a Black woman, okay? And then there's the intersection of machismo, internalized racism, anti-Blackness, and all of it contributing, again, to the further perpetuation of oppression of our communities. That's what I need people to understand. When there's division between our two communities, that is purposeful, okay? Because these systems, these people in power want us to be infighting, when in reality, there's a lot more that we have in common. We are also being oppressed by the same systems. We should be supporting each other. And it is because of Black people and their advocacy that we, as Latinos and other communities, have the civil rights that we have today. The ability for us to even be able to have that privilege was in large due part to Black people, okay? So I need us to understand that. And I need us to have a conversation about that, because even if we were brought up that way, that doesn't mean that we can't change. That doesn't mean that we can't do better, because we can. Okay? Even if society socializes us to believe that, we can change, we can do better. So if you want to have this conversation, follow from.
Now that I have addressed the racism within my own community, let's talk about the anti-Blackness that exists within the Latin American communities. So I wanted to take my time before I made this video. I knew it was coming, but I had to go out in, the field and ask my people what's going on. So this is what I concluded. When I went to go talk to them, they said that, we don't like African Americans because they feel that we owe them something. I want to make two things clear. First, I want to start off by saying that when we say things like this, we are following the same agenda that we are fighting against. We are fighting against white supremacy and racism. Those ideas that, that we have, the way we think, the way we are taught to fear African Americans, that is the same thing that we are fighting against. It's no different. When we choose to speak like this and participate in these stereotypes, we are no better than the people we are fighting against. And that is a point I want to make very clear to the people within my community, that you guys sound ignorant. You know, we need to figure it out. Where do you truly stand with this? Because, you know, people are right. You can't ask African Americans for help when this is in the real world. That is how they are treated. My second point. Reparations are owed to the African American community. Without them, we would not be able to vote. We would not be able to go to the same schools. We would not be able to sit wherever we want. Let's not forget. They have been fighting for a very long time, since they came here. And us not acknowledging, you know, I know I don't feel that as a country we have paid the respect that they owe. You know, they really do. We owe them everything. It's because of greats. They're great people. You know, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., the Black Panthers, they paved the way for us. They are the blueprint. And for us to go and participate in the same mentality that we are fighting against, it's just horrible. And it's wrong. If we don't fix this type of mentality and check our people, we are no better than the people we are up against. I want you to know that ignorance is our greatest enemy. So please do not allow yourself to be blinded by hate. I love and respect everybody, and I just want to say that if there's more people in the Latin community who are with me, I need y'all to say something. I need y'all to join the fight with me, because I can't be the only one.
It's very sad that one thing that every race have in common is disliking black people. That's the one thing that every freaking race have in common, is disliking us. But another thing they have in common is using us for our money and our sympathy and empathy. Because blacks, let me set y'all straight. Y'all feel sorry for people too fast and too much and at the wrong time. Y'all always, because I see some of y'all saying that the things that we saying we shouldn't be saying. Stop feeling sorry for people and stop letting them use your religion against you. Stop letting them use that God that they gave you against you. That's so weird to me. Y'all don't understand that the empathy and sympathy that y'all do have is been programmed. This is why you wind up feeling sorry for your enemies half the time, bruh. This is why you wind up feeling sorry for people that will not go in the bed for you at all, not one time, not one bit. You wind up feeling sorry for people that wouldn't do for you that you would do for them. So you start turning on your own people. The one thing those other races do have in common, they stick together. No matter right or wrong or indifferent, they will stick together. But they'll find something weak in us, which is a lot, to make us turn on each other, okay? And start saying, yeah, well, y'all shouldn't be saying that about them people. I feel bad. Yes, we feel bad that it's happening. But you think we about to go in front line because we feel bad? Baby, it take a little bit more feeling bad than for me to get up out there. So at the end of the day, if we're next, we sitting there, we understanding what we need to do. Huh? We ready. Be blessed.
A message to the Latino community.
It's kind of funny that y'all Latinos are choosing to be combative with Black Americans because y'all getting shipped the fuck up out of here. And at first we were like, okay, we ride with you, but not physically. We're not riding with y'all physically. But showing up to a Juneteenth celebration is ultimate disrespect. Showing up to what we celebrate, y'all ain't fight. Y'all did not fight to be in this country. Now, we do know there is a history of the Mexicans allowing said slaves to come over. And then you guys teamed up. But make no mistake, you all have aligned yourselves so fucking hard with the Trump supporters that you think that you can deflect on us. Check this out. I'm glad that I wasn't at the Juneteenth where y'all showed up, because I would have been snatching y'all motherfucking signs down. Yeah, snatching y'all shit down. Because guess what? Y'all got blessed with businesses that we couldn't get blessed with. Y'all go and hate on us to HR. Y'all on the contract sites, on the sites deep reporting us. So now it's your motherfucking turn. Deal with it. Stop coming for us, because this smoke y'all do not want. I don't give a fuck how many of y'all get on here talking about, oh, this, that, and the third. We don't give a fuck at this point. You showing up to our celebrations. You have never taken the time to understand what the plight of the Black person is. But guess what? Your lifestyle is funded by us. We fund everybody's motherfucking life. From the Asians to the Hispanics to the Middle Easterns. Y'all come in our hoods, y'all set up, y'all act funny, and then you think that you should have the entitlement not to get your ass kicked out of this country because you're not here on the right circumstance. Hey, we can't help that we was incorporated into the Constitution. We cannot help that they cannot seem to get it right when it comes to us. But make no mistakes. Y'all not the only ones getting deported. Y'all not the only one getting ISIS raids. But guess what? We kicking back. We drinking our water. We minding our business. Don't show up to our motherfucking events, because it's going to be a problem. I'm so happy that I was not there, because I would have been tearing y'all motherfucking signs.
That word comes from the word nigger. It's a very mean word that white people use to call Black people. And it means that we're not as good or as smart or as human as them.
Why would people say that?
Well, a really, really long time ago, white people owned Black people as slaves. And we've come a long, long way. You know how we celebrate Martin Luther King Day?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he helped to make things equal. And legally they are, but sometimes it doesn't feel like they are. Do you have any questions yet?
Can people call me that word?
They better not.
I remember I was your age when my mom talked to me about all this. And it was really comforting when she said that the world was better than when she was a little girl. And now I'm sitting here with you having the same talk. And it's even better. You know, my mom used to dream about the day when we would have a Black president.
And now we do. Obama.
That's right. We live in pretty good times now. And I don't want you to worry or feel scared about any of this.
Hi, welcome back once again, guys. I hope you have all watched the whole clip, and I'm sure you are really, really shocked about the clip, as the way I'm shocked. And I have seen a young kid, a very little kid, is being raised to discriminate Black. It's being raised to choose according to racism. That kid was being asked who is the bad guy, who is the ugly guy, but this kid showed us the Black guy is the ugly guy, which is showing us that this kid is being raised to understand that Black people are bad, Black people are ugly. And that is really, really heartbreaking. That is really, really making Black people mad, because they can't be recognized as Black being ugly. And we all know Black is beauty. We all know Black is just something beautiful when it comes to the skin color. And these people are telling us that we all know Latinos is a mixed, it has mixed races, and these people are trying to tell us that also people who are born in the Latinos and are Black are always are isolated. They are always treated with bad intentions. They are always treated badly because they experience racism within their own people. Around being around their own people, and you are black, they experience racism. And people are also coming out and telling us that when you are a Latino, they usually advise their daughters and sons to only marry white. When their daughters or sons bring white people in the family, they are welcomed in a good manner. But when they bring the black people, they are not welcome, because these people are raising their kids to understand that being black is bad. Being black is something that is somehow cursed. These people are raising kids to understand that black people are not that important. Black people are just people who came to the country to be treated as slaves, and this is something that we should be fighting over, because we can't be on the same thing. Racism should stop, starting from us. We should learn to accept ourselves. We should learn to accept our skin color. I'm not saying that bleaching is bad, but us as black, we should always be proud of our skin color. We should never allow these people who believe in racism to discriminate us. We should not allow these people to make us feel inferior. We should not make these people feel like they are superior, they are bigger than us, because when they do so, they are making us feel like we are of no meaning. We should not allow that. We should hold each other's hand and fight through this, because we are past racism, and the Latinos are saying they found that belief there, and they are still using that belief because they found it there. It is in them believing that they should not marry black people, them believing that black people are bad, them believing that they should not associate themselves with black people. They found it there. It's not something that they came out and started doing it. They found those roles there, and some people are still in those roles. Some people still believe in those rules, because some people still believe that whatever their ancestors decided is what is right. But these people are coming out and telling us that we should come together. They are also advising us that we should intermarry, we should stop racism, we should stop all these things that make people feel like they are not important. And this young lady said that we should not do things to people that when people are doing it to us, it will make us feel bad, because at this point the Latinos are being discriminated. The Latinos are being chosen according to their skin tone, and that is heartbreaking to them. This lady is coming out and telling us that what goes around comes around, and we should never do anything to a person that when it is done to us, we will feel bad. So this lady is coming out and telling us that lesson, and she is teaching us, of which we should learn from these Latino people and come out, fight for black rights, because they deserve it. These people fought for our countries, many years ago. They fought for our independence. So we should not be treated as slaves. We should not be treated as puppets. We should not be treated as dogs. We should be treated as normal human beings. So guys, let me see your comments on let me see your opinions on the comment section. And if it was for the first time you're coming across my video, kindly don't forget to subscribe.